Hey, welcome back. This is Midland's Ghost Antenna. I just installed the Midland MXT275 GMRS radio on my 2024 Toyota Land Cruiser. So in this video, I'm going to talk about the installation process that I use. So for power, I routed a 12-volt wire from my aux beam switch panel. For the antenna, fished it through the passenger side firewall. So I went on Amazon and I bought a microphone extension cable. If you're off-roading without a radio, you're basically on your own. If you're like me and you do a lot of group trail runs, communication is everything. And I'm not just saying that to sound generic, it really is. Especially when you got a lot of vehicles. You're calling out trail conditions, spotting lines, letting people know about hikers, bikes, side-by-sides, even just coordinating when to stop or pull over. And if something happens on a trail, the whole group needs to know right away. I've had handheld radios die on me mid-run before, and I didn't even realize it until I tried to call something out. A fixed setup like this takes that problem completely off the table. To run a setup like this, you'll need the MXT275 GMRS radio, the Ghost antenna, compatible antenna cable, a mounting solution like a ditch light bracket, and a mic extension. All Amazon link, everything down below. So one of the best features about the MXT275 is that all the controls are built into the mic. That makes it perfect for a hidden install. So I mounted the main unit inside the glove box. I just screwed it on top of the shelf in here, and I used all the supplied hardware to do that. So it comes with the mounting bracket that you can remove the radio from, and it comes with 2 screws that you can screw into the plastic. So for power, I routed a 12-volt wire from my aux beam switch panel through the driver's side firewall, and there's a grommet at the bottom of the wiring harness that you can use. So I was able to route it just above the driver's side pedals and through the footwell and into the passenger side, and I was able to route the cable up next to the cabin air filter and land it on my Midland radio, as you can see here. So what I did was I cut the end of the supplied power cable, and I wanted to keep the inline fuses to protect the unit. To extend the wire to reach the aux beam switch panel, I used a 16 gauge wire that's rated to be installed inside the engine bay because of the high heat. And then I just used connectors to connect it to the supplied 12-volt wiring. For the antenna, I was able to fish it through the passenger side firewall. And there's a grommet, there's 2 grommets that you can use. I used the top grommet and mounted it to my ditch light bracket. Midland also makes a bracket specifically for this Ghost antenna if you wanted a clean bolt-on option. So how I ran this setup just keeps everything clean and hidden. Like I said, the 12-volt goes from the glove box into the cabin air filter cover, through the footwell, and up out the driver's side firewall. For the antenna, it's through the passenger firewall. So we covered the power and the antenna. Now we're going to talk about the mic extension. So I went on Amazon and I bought a microphone extension cable. And this one I was able to use one of the slots in my little panel down here. Now I have the 1958 trim, so I didn't have anything taking these up. So this is easy to remove. It's just 3 taps that you can use a trim tool remover, and you're able to work the edges and pull it off. There's a cover that you can take off underneath the dash to open things up a little bit, to feed the wire and pull the wire through. And then I was able to snake it back up and out through the cabin air filter cover. That's the installation process for my Land Cruiser. Now, depending on your setup, the MXT275 comes with, the 12-volt cable. So if you wanted to, perhaps just plug it directly into a 12-volt power source, zip tie it underneath the seat, and it comes with a magnetic antenna. But for me, this keeps the setup clean. It's going to be reliable and always ready to go. And what I like the most about this setup is that it keeps the interior looking OEM, but still having a lot of functionality. I can unplug the mic, tuck it away, and even remove the radio into another unit if I needed to, like the GX. So if you're planning on building out a rig or going out on group trail runs, this is honestly one of the first things I'd recommend adding. So after hooking it up to the aux beam, now I'm able to control it from the aux beam panel itself. And on the handheld mic, there's an on-off button. So if you plugged it directly into a 12-volt power source, you don't have to worry about this. You can just turn it on and off from the top of the microphone. And it has all the up and down for the channels on the top. To transmit, it's on the thumb side. What I like most about this is that you can press this WX button, and if you're out and about and you're unsure about the trail conditions, you see some clouds coming in.
In Payson, around 73 in Pumpkin Center. Lows around 45 in Payson.
You can just press that button and search for weather alerts. So depending on where you're at, you'll get the weather alerts for that region. And if you are on a certain channel and you don't hear any type of feedback, you can press this monitor. And it'll actively monitor the channel for you. You can also control the volume on this. So the speaker is inside this dash, so it's still audible from even being inside here. It sort of amplifies it a little bit too, because of the reverb just bouncing around. You got menu options. You got lots of menu options. You can press this recycle button basically, and it'll go through looking for active transmissions on the channel. It'll pause there for a little bit if it does find anything. Now, since I've installed this, I like hearing the chatter, people just talking back and forth across town. It's pretty cool. So this is a GMRS radio, so you will need a GMRS license to operate it. And it's only $35 for 10 years through the FCC. It's a pretty easy process, takes a couple days for it to be approved. That's my favorite feature about this, is that I'm able to stow away the radio unit in the glove box and control everything from here. So I can just press the aux beam switch panel and it turns it off automatic, and it turns it off for me. Up next is the 5 things that I hate about my 2024 Toyota Land Cruiser. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and stick around for that one. I'm pretty sure some of the things that I call out will surprise you, and some you may agree with. Until next time, later.